Good morning. It is a beautiful day out there. It looks like it could rain, but you know, this is September near Florida, so no big surprise there. It's morning time. It's our last day on the ship, and we are getting ready to go to breakfast in Lumiere's, which we haven't had breakfast inside, like in a main dining room yet on this cruise. So we're gonna go have breakfast at Lumiere's. I'm excited to have some real eggs for breakfast. And we'll show you how to do that, because if you ask for scrambled eggs, chances are they're powdered eggs, even in the main dining room. Yeah. So we're hungry, which we shouldn't be because of all the food we ate last night, but we're hungry. It's a new day, so we have some plans today. So let's go start our day with some yummy breakfast. It's just now 8:02 a.m. and breakfast opened at 8, so we're kind of ahead of schedule, but we're gonna go really early to breakfast. Alright, we have been seated and brought a menu. Here's our breakfast menu. Lots of yummy things on here. Signature breakfast. And I did tell you that I would tell you how to get 2 fresh eggs. You can get scrambled eggs. If I were you, if you want whole eggs, request something like a poached egg or sunny side up, over easy, fried hard. But don't ask for scrambled eggs, because scrambled eggs are going to bring you something that may or may not be powdered eggs.
And an omelet too.
Yeah, omelets may or may not be powdered eggs as well. So that's my tip. If I were you, ask for your eggs fried hard or over easy or whatever. So that's my suggestion. That's typically what we do. Also, everything chilled out. The strawberry parfait I've had before, and it's very good. I haven't had any of the rest of this though. Oh, I have had the chilled out before. The smoked salmon, cream cheese, onions and capers with like a bagel. It's yummy. And they did bring us coffee, and we did not have to request coffee. She just brought it. I don't know if she knew by the look in our eyes that we needed it, but she brought it for us. Breakfast parfaits are here. This is the strawberry, and we have the blueberry and raspberry parfait. We have 2 eggs over hard. I've got some bacon. Thank you. These tomatoes and cucumbers. Mom got the same thing without the bacon over there. But then this is the peanut butter and jelly typhoon. So it's like a pancake covered in peanut butter and jelly. And it looks so pretty. We finished breakfast, and yes, we had coffee there, but then we came to the Soul Cat Lounge and we ordered more coffees. Mom has a pumpkin spice latte with bell on it, and I ordered one of their specialties, which is a speculoos latte. So it's supposed to be like cookie butter, but it's so pretty. Well, we've done a couple of trivias. We did, what was the first one we did? Villains trivia this morning here in the Soul Cat Lounge. And then I went to O'Gill's for Ultimate Disney Trivia and did not do very well. This was our Villains Trivia this morning. Our score was 17 out of 20. And then just now we finished Disney Sidekicks Trivia, and we got a score of 18 out of 20. We have not won a single trivia.
No, but we came close.
Oh yeah, close enough. That's okay. Some of these people are absolutely acing them. They're getting like 20 points, and they're getting the extra credit, or the tiebreaker point.
Tiebreaker point, yeah.
And it's just the 2 of us. You know, we don't have a team of 4, and we didn't practice. We didn't warm up. We didn't watch a bunch of movies before we got on the cruise. That's our bad. Now we're going to head back to the stateroom just for a little while.
To rest.
Yeah. Well, this is sad. We just came back to the room, and yes, it's beautiful and it's clean, but luggage tags.
Means it's really real.
Boo!
They expect us to get off.
I know. They keep telling us we have to get off, but I don't like it. Also, somebody pixie dusted us with a really cool straw that's got like a glittery Mickey something. It's cute. And here's the view outside. It's beautiful. It really is a beautiful day. We're gonna see if we can have lunch at Rapunzel. It appears that they're going to let us in, but we'll see.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Looks like we made it just in time, so here's the menu. I missed it before she started eating it, and also I had some, but Mom got a tomato soup. And it's actually pretty yummy. I like it a lot. Alright, lunch is here. I have the chicken curry, and it looks and smells really, really yummy. And then Mom got the gemelli pasta with pesto and walnuts, and he just put some Parmesan cheese on there for me. Well, the bottom of my plate was not clean. I'm not sure what happened, but the top of my plate was clean by the time I was done with it. I am a member of the Clean Plate Club. I finished everything on my plate, and he is very proud of me. Alright, dessert is here. I have the cherry crepes.
Sorry.
And this is a macadamia nut brownie. Yum. Yum. We have finished dessert, or I finished mine. I had the cherry crepes. And I don't know why I was hoping that they would be fresh cherries, but it was more like the canned cherry goop. But it was still yummy. The crepes were good. And then this was the brownie, and I think she liked it. Did you like that?
I liked it.
Yeah? Okay. We asked one of our servers, and they told us that there are 3 Pascals hiding around the restaurant. There's one over there by the entrance. There's one right over here at the top of this column. And the third one is up on the stage up there. Let's go get a closer look. So this is what Rapunzel's looks like in the daytime. The lanterns on the ceiling are still lit up, and the chandeliers up here have little flickering, what looks like candles. This is the little stage that the musicians perform on, and I love the artwork. Then right up here on the top is the third Pascal. So just like in the movie, the whole place is covered in artwork, like Rapunzel has drawn all over everything. But my favorite thing is right here when you come in, wanted, shorty, armed and unclothed. And it looks like they finally got his nose right. I think. It looks right to me. So you can't tell from what it looks like over here, but if you look this way, you can see how sad the situation is. We are packed for the most part. This is my suitcase here. This is a carry-on. It's empty at the moment. But we'll have all kinds of stuff, like the stuff we're wearing now, and our pajamas that we wear tonight, and any leftover toiletries or residual items that we want to carry off tomorrow will go in there. I also have a backpack down here. So we've got some things we still need to pack, but that's okay because we can carry some stuff off with us. And since we're not flying home and we're driving home, that makes it a lot easier because we can carry off toiletries. We don't need to pack them in our checked luggage. So this is sad. It's the worst part of the trip. Also, it's 4:30. Lunch was good. And then we came back and packed. Mom did the Art of the Theme Show tour. You gonna tell us about that?
I enjoyed it. There was not a lot that was new, but some of it was new. It amazed me that how many people just kept showing up.
How many ended up in your group?
Over 30.
Wow.
And some of them we picked up on the way.
Oh.
Yeah, so they didn't start with us in Palo, but they finished with us on deck 4.
So did she take you into Palo?
Yeah, we started in Palo.
Okay.
She did not explain much of anything about Palo except that it's Pole and it's pronounced similar in several languages. And the mask that is in Palo, kind of behind the entryway, was given to them by the people in Italy who made the ship.
Oh.
And so the other masks are masks that they purchased, but that mask was actually a gift to the Disney Magic.
That's really cool.
And those little balls with the swirl, those are some kind of special crystal from Italy, but a lot of the stuff in there is to be authentic Italian.
That's really cool.
It was really cool. But she didn't talk about, all the stuff that we know just because we've cruised for a little while, about how they have redone it a couple of different times. And they used to have some subtle theming in it. Now there's hardly any Mickey Mouse theming in it. But she talked about how Walt really liked cruising, not just as a destination, but because he liked the journey itself.
Yeah.
And so when they kind of came up with this idea, there was like 4 major themes that they had.
Who wouldn't like this, you know? Who wouldn't like this? I agree, Walt. It's magical. I'm sorry, Mom. I interrupted you. I just got distracted because I'm like, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't like this?
Hang on. I actually sent my sister some notes.
Oh.
My sister-in-law.
All right, tell us. Because I know she was texting me too. Or you were.
The stars on the floor tell you you're near an elevator or a staircase.
Okay.
So some of those stairs that, I never realized that it's stars by them. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
When you cross a threshold, that's where they want the theme to change.
Yeah.
And so the carpet changes at a lot of thresholds, not all of them, but a lot of them, because there's over 100 different carpet types used on the ship.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of carpet.
Yeah. Now some of the stuff we knew, so I didn't write that down. I just mostly wrote down the stuff that was new to us.
Okay.
The stage dates back in the movie theater, dates back to when like vaudeville shows and Nickelodeon shows used to have stage shows. And then a lot of communities boarded those up because they didn't use them anymore. But then when movie theaters opened, they didn't have a movie theater, so they just unboarded those. And that's why many of them have a stage in old movie theaters, is because it's at, they were used for vaudeville stages.
So they were built as a theater, rather like a stage theater, a live theater, as opposed to a movie theater.
And a lot of communities still use those for school functions or whatever, but they have staged events in them. And the Disney Buena Vista Theater used to use the stage for some of the kids' club activities, particularly when they were on Castaway Cay. And so, she said that Captain Hook and Mr. Smee would run around on the stage with the kids, and they would, like put on a play on Castaway Cay Day.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, I know that when Emma was in Vibe, she got to act in a movie they used to make. Because they used to make a movie in Vibe on cruises. And the movie she was in was called Zombified.
Yeah.
And I even have that recorded. I can't upload it because I'm afraid of copyright strikes, but...
Well, I'm sure they would...
Whack it. Yeah. But it was really cool.
Then the Oceaneers Club and the Oceaneers Lab were separate. I used to think they were separate, but now they're together and they are connected with that hallway. But she said that the children complained because they couldn't be with their siblings. So they connected them. The hallway that connects them now used to be only access for the cast members.
Were they different age groups?
Yes.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that.
So the club and the lab were different, but because the kids objected, they put them together. So now they have free reign through that entire area of those 2 kids clubs.
That's really cool.
And of course she talked about the lower ceiling, but I didn't write that down because we already know that. Then she took us we're on deck 5 and we're looking down at deck 4 and deck 3.
You're in the atrium.
In the atrium. And she talked about the different carpets. So the very bottom carpet is what it would look like if you were on the floor of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And then the deck 4 is what the sea would look like if you were midway in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And then deck 5, what it would look like if you were at the top looking down.
Oh.
And then when you're on deck 3 and you're looking up at the chandelier, the Imagineers wanted that to be what the sun would look like if you were underwater looking up at the sun. So that's why they designed the chandelier that way.
That's really cool. Well, now I think we're gonna run up to the shops and do a final pass. It's 4:42. I think we're gonna go do a final pass through the shops and then go to Signals because we have a beer token we would like to cash in for a plastic beer mug. So I think that's where we'll head next. Is up to deck 9. Well, it's late. It's dark outside. We went to the shops and looked around. We have a video coming on all of the shops and all of the merchandise. Not all the merchandise. A lot of the merchandise on board and also on Castaway Cay. What else did we do? We went up to Signals for happy hour. And we We got a beer in a plastic mug. So we have the plastic mug because we have the glass ones at home, but we wanted a plastic one because we got the beer mug. So we have the plastic beer mug to take home. We're packed. Suitcases are gone. We came back to the room. We had some chicken tenders. We did not go to the show. We ended up watching the show on the TV in the stateroom, which was nice because it wasn't so crowded. And then we started watching Maleficent, and now it is dinner time. So we're going to head to Lumiere's. Dinner starts in just a couple of minutes. We're going to head upstairs for dinner, and I'm very excited about it.
Will be quickly with our very own Princess Tiana. So a quick reminder, spread out on dates 3 and 4. Head out to the person you want to see, and then after about 10 minutes time, the final promo meet. Now over here to the port side, let's hear you. Woo-hoo! We're going to look behind us up to dates 4 and 5. We can see you all, you know what to do. Woo-hoo! See you real soon! Why? Because we like you! Pixie dust for everyone!
Good morning! It is Disembarkation Day, which is sad. It is the saddest day of the cruise. We woke up at, or I woke up at 6:30, and then I took a shower. It's now 10 till 8. The room is packed up. Our suitcases are gone. We sent those out last night. So we have breakfast at 8. I don't know what time the breakfast is for the people with the first dinner seating, but since we had the second seating at dinner,
they don't want us there till 8.
We get to have breakfast at 8 a.m., which means it's a little bit later than theirs. I think theirs is like 6:45, which to me is really early. But they do kind of stagger it, so not everyone is going to breakfast at the same time, but they do feed everybody breakfast, which is nice. So we are in the same restaurant we were in last night. That's typically how it goes. Sometimes the app misbehaves and wants to tell you to go to a different restaurant, and the app is wrong. You always go to the same restaurant you finish your cruise at, unless you go to Palo, but you always go to the last assigned dining room for dinner. That's where you go for breakfast on the very last day. Or you can go to Cabanas for an express walk-off breakfast, but it's a buffet. There's a lot of people there. You may or may not be able to find a seat.
And they've all got their luggage.
Yeah, they've all got their stuff because it's express walk-off, so they did not leave their suitcases out, so it's just crowded. But the breakfast in the dining room is, I won't say it's a leisurely experience, but it is more relaxed. So that's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go drop off our comment card. We filled out our comment card last night. Got to drop this off. We'll have breakfast. We'll get off the ship, and we will head to the shuttle that's gonna take us back to the car. But first, breakfast, because we have not had any coffee. We were gonna go to Cove Cafe and then didn't. So we're just gonna get coffee at breakfast, and then maybe when we pick up the car, we'll get Starbucks because we can get a pumpkin spice latte.
And we can have it all the way back to
we can drink
Florida.
coffee as we head back home. So yeah, let's just take one tiny step at a time, and let's start by going to breakfast.
Yes, please.
We have finished breakfast, and now we are joining the lines to get off the ship.
Hello, ma'am. Morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. Oh, one more time, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, we ended up taking a taxi back to the hotel where we parked the car, and it's raining. The shuttle person, we called them when we got to the port, and they answered and they said they were at F, and we were at Terminal C, and then they still have not called us back, so we made it back before they would have even picked us up. So I'm not upset about it. Well, all right. Some things have happened since I talked to you last. I told you it was raining and we made it back to the hotel. We took a taxi instead of the shuttle, and then all hell broke loose.
I called the shuttle lady. She still hasn't called me back yet. So if we were at the port, I think we'd still be waiting.
Yeah, it has been raining on us. It is oppressively humid. So it started raining again while I was standing outside the Hilton while she was trying to validate our parking, because we parked at the hotel.
He must have found it because it's the one there on top. I thought he gave up, but he must have found it.
So we left our car parked at the hotel that we spent the night at last Sunday night. So the car was parked there all week. So we took a taxi back.
And that worked really smooth.
It really did. The shuttle from the hotel to the port I thought was nice.
Yep.
And then the taxi this morning, there was no line for a taxi. We just jumped in and he drove us here, and it took maybe 15 minutes, maybe. It was so fast. Then we got to the car, and we're trying to like load up the car, and we've got 2 suitcases and a cooler and all kinds of other stuff in the back. And then a woman walks up and she can't get her car started, so she asked if we had jumper cables. And my mistake was saying yes, because we did, and so we helped her. But of course it's raining and it's humid and we're sticky.
And I'm an old farm girl, so I know how jumper cables
She knows how to do it. And I have jumped cars before.
And she could do it.
But never by myself, and I'm always afraid of it. But anyway, we jumped a woman's car.
You see one battery explode, and it makes you have a respect for it.
Yeah. So we farted around fighting the guy on the parking this morning, and then we have jumped someone's car. So it is now 9:43 a.m. We got off the ship at like what, 8:45, I think. It was really early because we had breakfast at 8.
I first called the shuttle at 8:51, so we were already through customs by then. We had breakfast at 8.
That's fast.
And we were already through customs by 8:51 because
really
I
fast.
called after we got through customs. I called them.
Keep in mind, we had the second breakfast, so some of the ship had already gotten off of the ship. It
Not much.
Looked like some of the bags had already been picked up.
Yeah.
They did have it clearly marked. I still want to say my favorite
Port.
port experience for embarkation and disembarkation is still Port Canaveral.
Yeah.
Miami's not bad though. This was really smooth.
San Diego's not bad.
Customs was really friendly here too.
Yeah.
So anyway,
But I don't like Miami. I'm not real fond of Fort Lauderdale.
just because it's crowded with a lot of people and bad traffic.
Yeah, but they know what they're doing. They've done it lots and lots of times. And it's Saturday, so I was worried it was going to be really busy. And it was.
Yeah, there was what, 4 or 5 other ships in port that I saw, and I wasn't even looking. We got off the ship, we walked across. It's raining. We walked across the road. We stood in line for a taxi. We jumped in the taxi, and we came here. We didn't.
As we're
stop.
walking up, we see all these taxis, and the lady says, "Do you want a taxi?" And we looked at each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it was very smooth. It was super
So
fast.
she just waved us to the front of the line.
I didn't even get a picture of the ship.
Unhooked one. No.
Oh well. So I think we're gonna head home. I think we're gonna end this vlog here. I know it's been a long one because we included this part in yesterday.
But it was fabulous.
The cruise was wonderful.
It was another great cruise.
This is why we cruise with Disney.
Yeah.
Because we leave with this feeling of, oh, that was so great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just overall, the whole thing was so great. All right, that's it. You guys will see us in another vlog really soon. Bye.
Bye.